Let's talk about a foreign language class lesson plan that ensures the students are communicating and not just practicing. Joshua here from World Language Classroom, where you get tips, tools, and resources to help your students rise in proficiency and communicate with confidence. Now let's face it, traditional foreign language class lesson plans often have completing an activity as the goal or objective. Now, in the proficiency-based language classroom, the goal is to use the target language, not to complete an activity. That means that students are going to show you what they can do with the language, or just do something with the language, rather than simply demonstrate what they know about the language. Now, when planning a lesson, start with a proficiency target or what the students will do with the language. Again, not just show you what they know about the language. Now here's some background on how I created a lesson plan template that focuses on using the target language and not simply on practicing with the language. It assures that I will get to the apply stage, the application stage, with students. Now if you've been on my blog or follow me on social media, you'll know that I do a lot of work with schools in Nicaragua. I do volunteer work, and I learn a lot from the teachers that I work with when volunteering in Nicaragua. They have limited resources and don't see their students regularly. Now, teachers have to take full advantage of the time they have with their students to ensure that what they teach is useful and applicable. Again, not just showing that they can practice and tell you stuff about what they're learning, but actually use it for something. The teachers use APA as a reminder, APA. This stands in Spanish for Aprendo, Practico, Aplico, which means learn, practice, apply. LPA, or APA in Spanish. They tell me that if there's not an application to the students' lives, it's not a good use of their time. They have to get to that apply stage. It's a simple yet profound way of approaching lesson planning, and I have integrated this into my teaching so that students are not only learning and practicing content, or the foreign language that we're learning, but they're also applying it. And getting to that stage 3, apply, is the most important. So first consider how the language structure or vocabulary can be applied to accomplish a task, and keep that goal in mind as students learn and practice. Getting to step 3 is the most important. So if we simply consider learning and practicing and only get to application if there's time, we've not made the best use of our students' time. Step 3 is the most important, yet we don't always get there. So let's recap and create a game plan. Remember, start with a proficiency goal. What will students do with the language? LPA, learn, practice, apply. Step 1, learn. Step 2, practice. And most importantly, step 3, apply. So if you'd like to go over to my blog, which is wlclassroom.com, you can read my blog post with a little more detail on this learn, practice, apply method. You can quickly get there by going to bit.ly/3-step plan. That's bit.ly/3-step plan. And if you'd like to see some activities I've created using the learn, practice, apply method in French and Spanish for French and Spanish teachers, go to bit.ly/tabbook and you can read more about this. So thank you so much for spending some time with me to learn about this lesson plan. Join me and all of World Language Classroom on social media. I'm WL Classroom everywhere on all of these platforms. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you soon.